I always suggest that they work with an office that is very familiar with Prop 19 and parent-child exclusions.
Tanis, let me ask you another question. How critical and important is it for a beneficiary, let's say, to choose the right attorney to make sure that they're protected and to make sure that they do it properly? Because there's a lot of language around it and a lot of confusion. How critical is it that they pick the right attorney, and when should they try and engage the right attorney?
So there's two sets of clients I deal with. One is the individuals that already have the attorney. So for example, the attorney that wrote the trust, a lot of these individuals will go back to them and have them administer it because their information's on the trust and it's easy. We do get a portion of clients that will come to us just because they are interested in keeping the property, but they don't necessarily have their own attorney yet. So when I'm talking with individuals, I always suggest that they work with an office that is very familiar with Prop 19 and parent-child exclusions. It is extremely important that you're dealing with someone who is on the trust admin side that knows what they're doing with it, because if you're going to go through the process and pay money to get a loan, you want to make sure the paperwork's done correctly and in a timely manner in order to preserve and keep that tax base. So in my professional opinion, having an attorney who's very familiar with it is extremely crucial in this entire situation. I've actually told individuals before that if they want to move forward with the loan, they cannot prepare this paperwork themselves, and they need to hire either an attorney or a tax consultant to help them with the paperwork.
And so along those lines, what are two questions? Again, someone's going to acquire some real estate, they're a beneficiary from an irrevocable trust. What are two questions that they should be asking an attorney to see if they understand what that case may look like and how to protect them?
I think a lot of it is, if you're in the trust administration world, you're going to be pretty experienced with Proposition 19.
So that's a key, like trust administration, that's kind of a good buzzword for them.
Yes, I think any office that deals with trust administration, creation of trust, they're going to have the experience with it. Now, there's attorneys that have a lot of experience dealing with this on a higher volume level. And those are the attorneys that most likely run into having to deal with more loans to equalize trust distributions. So I would say on average, majority of my attorneys run into this once a year. But then you have offices that are doing this multiple times a month. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. I believe a lot of the trust administration attorneys are going to be very familiar with it. They just may not be as familiar with the loan side of it. But that's where a professional like myself comes in, and I'm able to lay that out there and explain to them exactly how the loan works. So I can work with any attorney whether or not they've gone through the loan process or not.